Welcome to the fourth and final installment of my dance mansion build. So I started with the roof. I wanted to get the hard part out of the way first because I struggle with roofing. As you can see here, I had to pull up a reference image from the gallery. So shout out to the gallery for having lots of references to look at. So I added a second floor to that entrance just so that I could um, get the roof the way that I wanted it to be. In the end, I ended up making it a flat roof, as flat as it could go, anyways. And then I ended up using like the domed, like glass ceiling type roof. So that was fun to explore. I had never used a glass roof in any of my builds before. So once I got the roof all set, I ended up changing the siding a little bit just because I didn't like the way it looked, um, just in general. So from last time, so I ended up changing it up a little bit. I made the whole top that funky pattern, and then I made the bottom just like a white color. And here you can see I went back and forth with how to make the roof look, and so I it took me a little bit of trial and error to figure out kind of how I wanted the siding and the roof to kind of go together, but in the end, I think I made it a relatively cohesive look. And next, I started to mess with the windows. My windows looked good from the inside, realistically, but the outside, they just looked kind of scattered all over the place. So I had to find a good balance of getting them to look good on the outside and the inside. So even though in the end it didn't quite end up how I wanted it to be inside the building, ended up looking a lot better from the outside. this fourth bedroom here, I didn't really know how to go about it. I ended up kind of going with more modern furniture and just kind of playing around with that. So I used that white modern dresser, and then I ended up putting in a desk that was similar to that. And both are base game, I believe, so that's nice. And then, of course, we needed some plants and some paintings. I put up a cool mirror. I started out with that big planter in there as well, just because I didn't really know what I was doing. But I ended up deleting it later because it didn't fit the vibe that I wanted to go with throughout. So you can see I have the matching nightstand, and I put some clutter on it and a little clock. And here I was looking for some more clutter, putting some books, and then that desk and a chair, just to kind of pull the whole thing together. In this room I did give a computer and a fish. I put a little diary in there, and then I remembered I wanted to put a laundry room in, so I put the washing machine and dryer out there, and I also saw the gaming tables and the foosball tables, so I put those out there as well, just to kind of remind me to work on the common space at the end. Here I added a little bookshelf. I was trying to find clutter to put on there, but not a lot fit, and I ended up moving the dresser and the bookshelf to kind of restructure the vibe I was going for. There's where I ended up deleting that flower pot thing, whatever you want to call it. And then we went with a giant circle rug to kind of complement all the colors. And then I remembered I had some pipes that I could put up, so I kind of used that extra little space there to put some like piping. And then here's where I added some more decor to kind of fill in that empty space that I ended up with. I put a bunch of neon signs and that board, and this random picture of police officers. So yeah, lots of neon signs, kind of a bolder, brighter vibe again in this room to kind of complete it. And then for this bedroom, I decided to go with kind of like a hangout couch space again. So I did a little two-person couch, a love seat, and then ended up adding in a TV. Not too big though. And a little table, and again just trying to add clutter. Here I changed my mind and went with one of the book stand TVs. I change my mind a lot doing these bedrooms. I was very indecisive. So under this bed I added a desk and a chair and then another computer, and then worked on finding some more clutter and artwork to kind of fill the space out. In this room, I was inspired to make a little coffee nook, because I put up that little shelf and I was like, that looks like the perfect spot to put a coffee nook. So I did that. I started with the coffee maker, and then I tried out a couple different things just to kind of see what would work. And I ended up moving the dresser completely, and then moving the coffee nook over a little bit, and adding a second shelf just to make a little bit more room for mugs and those little card packets, which I wanted to kind of look like tea packets, and then some paper towel and a teapot, and then of course centering that beautiful shelf nicely and finding some clutter to kind of put on it. Then I was able to go into this last bedroom, which is going to be the dance instructor's bedroom. I made it very much cottage core, cottage living vibes. So I used mainly stuff from, yeah, the cottage living pack to decorate this room. I wanted to be able to give the dance instructor like a little living space that like was away from all the students in the common space. So I put a couch in there, a nice little plant corner, and just some clutter to make it more lived in and more of a private space for the instructor to be in, to be away from all the kids. I did end up adding some of the awards to kind of celebrate the dancers and their competitions and stuff. And I kind of struggled to find like a good light and the right kinds of plants to put in that corner. But as you can see, I managed to figure it out and make it look kind of natural and like something you could would maybe see in real life. I almost forgot the rug, so here we are finding the rug for the cottage living pack, which I love. It has such cute little bunnies on it. I then had the brilliant idea to put some giant bookshelves on either side of the dresser. Again, just to make it feel kind of homey and allow the instructor to have their own space. And once I was kind of content with that, I, of course, had to finish up the bathrooms. Again, I made them the exact same as I did on the other side to give that dorm feel. So I'll let you watch me speed run through that. And then here I went back to add laundry hampers to some of the rooms I didn't already have laundry hampers in. Again, just to give that dorm vibe. And so every room got their own laundry hamper to go do laundry in the little laundry section that I created. And then once I was finished with all those bathrooms, I went and added in some more light to the common space and really started to get to work on that. So I first started with the laundry area back in this corner. So I added that washer and dryer and then some other laundry items that the students might need to use. I also started organizing this space out here with the fireplace and the little TV entertainment center thing. Of course, trying to center the lights is always a fun task, so I made sure that was done as well before I really got into adding those details. So you can see in this laundry nook, I added one of the laundry shelves and then just added some cute decor that kind of matched the laundry vibe with that little entertaining space vibe to kind of bring it together a little more cohesively. And then of course adding all the laundry clutter and the ironing board just to kind of tie it all out. Once I was happy with the laundry nook, I started on the two ends of the like hangout spaces, trying to kind of figure out the vibe I wanted. Of course, I had the gaming stuff on one side, and I wanted to make the other side a little bit cozier than the other side. So kind of one for rest, one for play. So I put the older kind of couches here, and I really wanted to put a TV on top of the fireplace, but apparently you can't do that easily in The Sims. So I ended up reorganizing this space a little bit just so I was able to fit a TV up there for people to watch and relax while their laundry is being done. So I ended up putting a big TV up and I moved the fireplace over to the side and then we added a coffee table. And then again, I was looking for a little bit of decor to put up. And so we have a couple statues and then I put another award up just to kind of showcase that this is a dance studio and they're winning awards here. And then I went to the other side with the gaming stuff. And as you can see, it took me a little bit to kind of figure out what I wanted to do with this space, just to kind of make it more comfortable and more of an entertaining space than the other side. So here I was adding little poofs all over the place for people to sit on, and then I changed some of the colors just to kind of, have color options. And then I was kind of finished with that downstairs space. So I moved up to the main dance space and started adding some like fancier pictures, kind of like art gallery-esque, I guess, just to kind of make it look fancy, like a bunch of people are coming to, watch a professional dance show. And then it was time to decorate the outside, which again, outside decoration not my strong suit. So we kind of messed with a few different things before I ended up kind of figuring out exactly what I wanted. So I ended up lining this main window with some flowers and then kind of put a few flowers around the rest of the building as well. I decided to line the main front entrance with windows as well, and then I did a little cement walkway for the main entrances. And here I was just doing a little walkthrough again to make sure I had all my boxes checked for the shell challenge that I was creating this for. So here's just a nice little overview of what we have so far, if you missed the first couple of episodes of this. Now we're back to the outside landscaping part, trying to find some fountains or statues or something to kind of be on this front lawn and look nice. Here we found the naked gnome, which he ends up staying. So keep watching to see where I end up putting him. But he doesn't stay on the front lawn, I'll tell you that much. We ended up putting those fountains in the front, and Mr. Gnome gets put into the back to kind of hide away and be kind of a surprise for the challenge that I'm doing. And with the placement of that gnome and a couple more fountains, I was done with this build. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this series, and let me know if I should do more builds just like this.